The archaeological heritage of India are a testimony to our rich culture. Qutub Minar stands tall amongst them. The view from its top would be breathtaking, so every tourist imagines. But since an accident in 1981, where 45 people died, access to climb the monument has been denied. But now there is hope, and information technology has enabled it. Recently, Union Home Minister L.K. Advani inaugurated the remote presence system that enables a tourist to view the landscape from the top of the Qutub Minar while he stands at its base.
ऊपर से लिया हुआ फोटो और वो जैसा चाहे वैसा फोटो, और वो भी अगर चाहे तो तुरंत अपने घर को डिस्पैच कर ले, ऐसी सुविधा दी जाए। और ये उन्होंने कार्य दिया आईआईटी के अपने विद्वानों को, और उन्होंने करके दिया, और आज उसका उद्घाटन हो रहा है। मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ मंत्रालय को, मंत्री जी को, जो लगातार इस प्रकार की इनोवेटिव स्कीम्स के बारे में करते रहे हैं। निश्चित रूप से इसका परिणाम हमारे टूरिस्ट ट्रैफिक पर पड़ेगा।
We have decided that India is a IT superpower, and this information technology should be adopted, should be used in providing one-touch information about culture, one-touch information about tourism. Now we are on to the second generation of IT adaptability, IT enabled services. The second generation is one-touch facilitation.
Remote presence facilitation system consists of two wireless telegraphic cameras installed on top of Qutub Minar. These cameras are mounted on pan, tilt tables and have electrically controlled zoom levels. The touchscreen computer kiosk installed near the base of the Qutub Minar help pan tilt up on the tilt down, zoom out or zoom in to a Denal view. If one likes it's enough, one can take a printout or choose to email it to a loved ones with a tiny message.
ज़्यादा भागना दौड़ना नहीं पड़ेगा, एक ही जगह खड़े होकर अपने हाथ से देख सकते हैं, पास कर सकते हैं उसी चीज़ को जिसको हम देखना चाहते हैं, और ईमेल भी कर सकते हैं।
The idea was conceived by the Ministry of Tourism, but the project was executed by the Research and Development Division of NIT.
Important thing is that the transmission is not just one way. You can also send commands to the camera, which makes it interactive. So having done that, and we got the project, and then the real hard work is started. Because what it really entails is that carrying equipment all the way to the top, install it in such a manner that it's not affected by rain, sun and other climatic factors. And then these kiosks that you see here, they have to mesh in with the ancient architecture. They should not stand out. So all that made the project very challenging and interesting.
The potential that this country has in terms of growing as a prized tourist destination is immense. Attempts like this will surely have a positive effect of tourism.
When Stuti enrolls herself for a computer course, she will probably enter a strong male territory. Considered as the driving force of the 21st century, information technology deems to be driven by the male mind. In India, only 21 out of every 100 IT professionals are women. The present low representation of women in IT is equally vulnerable in the knowledge arena too. Attributed as a long-standing social prejudice, the greatest casualty of male dominance in IT deprives a pool of talent. Machines have always been a male preserve, a prototype that is set within the family and the society. Machines like computers give boys an alternative way to vent out their passions, which are often aggressive and competitive. Vendors, realizing that girls by and large are less aggressive towards such passions, target their products that are friendlier to boys. This, along with general notion that the technology is not meant for girls, has dissociated girls further from the machines. And for Stuti and her generation, tomorrow could be truly another day.